Hello, my name is Cedar from Terrytown, and welcome to your Cottage 40 CRS. I'm just going to be starting right up front here with your crank. Pretty self-explanatory. You crank it up, crank it down. Right behind here are going to be your two propane tanks. You have your regular switch, which you just choose a tank by twisting this. Whichever way this little arrow is pointing is going to be the tank it's choosing. You can see how it's right there. And there's propane going through it. Turns green. So that's how you know when either A, one is empty, or B, there's just no propane going through at all. Right back here is going to be your battery. Inside here is going to be your hydraulic pump. Down here is going to be your LP gas hose. Actually, I have the keys on me. I'll just open this up for you. So purple are going to be for your main doors. Gray is going to be for your baggage doors. So I'll show you that. Stop right in there. Twist. Open up. You can see it right inside there. Propane tanks, which I'll show you in a minute. But you got your pump here. And like I mentioned before, LP gas hose. And then, sorry, not your propane. You have your water heater here. And you have a pressure release valve here. So when it's time to empty it, you just go ahead and flip that up. But otherwise, it's just your simple basic water heater. Got your valves and everything there to bypass it, but besides that, it's the same thing as a smaller one, just on a larger scale. Inside here, you got your vac. I'll go over that more on the inside. Have a 50 to 30 amp adapter here, and you also have a 30 to 110. You also have a 25-foot drinking hose, and you also have a sewer hose as well, which I do recommend getting a better one than this, just because this is a little bit cheaper one. But I do recommend getting like a premium one or an upgraded one. With that, just down here is going to be your fresh tank drain, which I'll go over your fresh tank in just 2 seconds. Just down here, I can get the camera to find down right there. That is also going to be a low point drain of yours. So moving on, you're going to have cable input. So it says right here, living room satellite, cable, and bedroom satellite. So you choose which one by selecting one of the three. City water connections, when you get into your campground spot, you just go ahead and plug your main water source into here, and that's going to shoot water directly into your lines. Freshwater connections, when you can't, if you need to take this, out into the middle of nowhere for some reason, it gives you a freshwater tank, or if somehow this tank goes bad, you can go ahead and fill up this tank. And this tank is actually, just like I keep saying, it's a big tank inside of your camper that you are able to fill up. So if you ever need to have a, like a backup water source, you're able to have extra water here. And then I'll open this in just a minute. This is going to be your water pump inside here. Drop down. It's going to be bathroom, gray tank. And then I'll go over these real quick before I go to your black tank flush. So right in here, you have your black tank and your gray tank. It's all color coordinated. Your black tank is going to be for your black tank is going to be for your toilet, and your gray tanks are going to be for showers and sinks. So that's why that one says bath tank over there. But to empty them, all you do is just grab the handle, go ahead and pull it, and of course it's going to open. But I recommend doing the black tank first, just because it's the dirtiest water. It's going to have solids and everything in there. So that's why I recommend pulling that one first, letting it drain out, leaving that open, and putting a pressurized hose into this black tank flush. And that is going to activate a small sprinkler inside your black tank to help kind of flush any toilet paper or any other things that got stuck completely out. So let it drain out for a little bit more. Then when you're done, take your hose off, go ahead, close your black tank. And then the reason why I recommend doing the gray tank last is just because it's the cleanest water out of the two. So it'll help kind of flush the rest out before you do go ahead and put your hands back on there. And then I'll open this one up for you as well. While I do that, this is going to be your main power source. It's going to be just 50 amp service. And then just to the right of that is going to be your furnace exhaust. So when your furnace is on, all the extra heat is going to be kicking out of there. So just be careful for little kids and stuff like that. But now that this is open, you can see the pump. And then this is also switched into its winterized position, which is why this hose is spewing out pink. So there we go. Basically, you can switch the pump to start sucking from here, which allows you to put this into a jug of antifreeze and winterize it. Once again, pay attention, gray. And then here's another low point drain of yours there. We're walking around the back here to the other side, which is not really a whole lot to it. You just have your slider and then of course your bedroom door. To open your steps, you just pull, and then pull down again. If you do decide to put a small TV outside, you have TV input here, if this would love to pop open. And you also have 110 outlets right there. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for the outside. Moving in to your bedroom first, you're going to have a fan switch here. Below that's going to be lights. And then this is just going to be a little AC vent here. Of course, you turn on through here, control temperature and everything. And then you can also have nighttime mode, which basically just uses, turns this quieter and doesn't use as much power. It just kind of keeps it more quiet. Otherwise, you have a little storage in there. Moving on to your bathroom, you're going to have your toilet here. 3 things to know about it. One, it's a foot flush. You just press your foot down. On the other side, it's going to flush. Then you are going to need RV grade toilet paper and toilet solution. The toilet solution is going to help break down solids and smells. And the toilet paper is also going to help break down just to make sure nothing clogs or anything like that. And then one thing about your shower with this, you want to make sure this is all the way down. So most people just push it down, hear like a little click, nothing like that. But you're going to want to listen to that big click. Once you hear that big click, you know it's fully down and locked into place. Over here, you have your max air fan. So if you click that on, it's going to open up, start feeding air through. Otherwise, you have fan off, which it'll do the opposite, close and turn off. And you can just open your vent and close your vent if you want. You have another one right here, which controls that one up top. And then you also have your main system here, so you can turn it on, turn on your fan, anything like that. Switch your zone, 1 and 2 modes. That's where you switch between your cool, auto, or furnace. For your furnace, you do have to have your propane on, and of course temperature, inside temp, and you can choose between Fahrenheit and Celsius there. Otherwise, light switch down there is going to be your carbon monoxide detector. So that is always going to be running just as a safety feature. So if you're planning on leaving your camper for roughly 3-4 days at a time, I do recommend just taking the negative end off of your battery, so then this will finally die. Otherwise, a little piece inside here. And then, of course, your main power panel. Another one. Fan for that back one, but it's currently stopped, so you can't open it up because of this other slide here. Starting up from left to right, battery reader, fresh tank reader, black tank, and then your gray tank readers. Just has to help while they're getting so you know when to empty them. Tank heater, which is starts to heat your tanks, pretty self-explanatory. Right here is gonna be water pump, so turn that on whenever you need to draw from that fresh tank. Porch or step light, lights, and then more lights and lights. Right here, slide room in and out. And then you have to make sure your slide room is on, not off. So once again, on, slide room out. Then you just keep holding, and it's going to move all of your slides out because, like I said, it's hydraulic. So right now your bed is going first. So as soon as that one opens, it's gonna move to this one. After that one, this one's going to open. You'll hear it die out just like that. And then put that up top here. But moving on, you will have a little extender here. All it does is just grab the closest Wi-Fi and bring it to you, so it gives you a little boost for your fridge. Everything's gonna be right up top here to control it. Almost forgot about this. This is that vac system I was talking about. So all those hoses will go right inside of here, and you're able to turn that on and use it to suck up any of the other little things around. And then usually your keys would be right here. So I'll leave these right here for you. Have manuals and everything in there. Microwave. And you have lights and fan. So that's just for your oven. You can slowly hear it kicking on. But you have all of your burners. So all you do is just press in, turn, and then of course it's going to ignite. I don't have the gas on right now. Then for your oven, also pretty self-explanatory. Press in, turn, and then of course go ahead and choose whichever one you need, or whichever temperature you need. Got your TV here. Just below that is going to be your speakers. So you tap those on. There we go. Anyway, zone 1, inside speakers. Zone 2, outside speakers. You have AM, FM radio. You can switch between your modes. So if you want to switch between Bluetooth, radio, anything like that, you're able to do that. TV audio. And then what I did on accident is when you press down, you can access your subwoofers, anything like that. And then other equalizers, so bass, treble, balance, all that stuff. And then Bluetooth, and you also have a quick mute, which is just tap. Or when you tap and hold, it'll finally turn off. For your space heater, tap to turn on. You have all of your lights here, dimming, and then top right is going to be where you choose your temperature. So you can see the little green numbers rising up. It's gonna be hard with this angle, but all right there. Let's see here, am I missing anything? Oh, here's your refrigerator lock right here, which we'll go over that when you come to pick it up. I mean, there's not really a whole lot else. So if you do have any questions, please feel free to write them down and take them in with you. Other than that, if you have any questions along the way, please feel free to email me back, and then I can get those answered for you. But that has been your brief orientation, and I hope you enjoy. Congratulations.